Yeah. What up? Welcome to the podcast, everybody. What up, fam? Welcome to back to West Coast Triple Play, your one-stop update for all the things Lakers, 49ers, and Angels. I'm Ben. Today we got 3 hot stories heating up for the West Coast Triple Play podcast. The Lakers struggling in Game 1. The Angels may have found their breakout star. And the 49ers, let's just say the Brock Purdy contract drama could flip the whole draft upside down. Let's get into it. Those of you that ain't subscribed or new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe to the channel. That way you're notified all things Lakers, 49ers, and Angels, and a couple other teams. But we'll break down the leagues and everything else going on and stuff like that. So make sure you guys hit that like and hit that subscribe. Most important, doesn't cost a thing. Helps up the channel, guys. Helps it get out there to everybody else and the algorithm, whatever they may call it. But anyways, guys, let's get into the Luka Doncic and the Lakers, baby. Let's go. Let's start on the hardwood. The Lakers opened up the playoff run against the Timberwolves and got hit hard. Final score was 117-95. Minnesota came out aggressive and flat out punked the Lakers, bro. In that second quarter. That was crazy. Yeah, it was. Those of you that saw the Laker game, man, me and my wife were like, man, I don't even know if we should watch it already. Second quarter, they were up. And it's just the lackluster defense, bro, was just leaving guys wide open for threes. You would think that after getting, I think they were like over 50% from the 3-point line. And I'm like, and you still leaving them wide open, bro. But anyways, in the playoff debut with the Lakers, Luka Doncic delivered an outstanding performance, though, scoring 37 points on 12 of 22 shooting, including 5 of 10 from beyond the arc. He also contributed 8 rebounds, showcasing his all-around game, Doncic's effort was reminiscent of the Lakers legend as he matched George Mikan for the second highest points total in playoff debut for the franchise, only behind Shaquille O'Neal. But anyways, guys, so LeBron James added 19 points and 3 blocks, but it felt like he was playing cleanup. The Lakers just shot 33 for 83 from the field. Man, what? Yeah, that's barely 39%. And worse, they got out rebounded and turned the ball over way too much. It's crazy. Post-game analysis highlighted the Lakers needing for increased physicality and defensive intensity. They spoke to head coach JJ Redick. He acknowledged the team's lack of physical preparedness, stating, "We just didn't match their intensity. That has to change fast." Yep, it's got to change fast, bro, because once you're down 0-2, 0-3, it's a done deal, bro. So you can't let it slip, especially at home. So the Lakers faced difficulties beyond their star players. The team shot 33 of 83 from the field, like I said, 15 of 41 from the 3-point range. And like I said, they were just out rebounded, out muscled. Austin Reeves kind of had a slow start, picked it up later on in the game, but we got to have all our players hitting on all cylinders from the get-go, bro. I don't know if they took the Timberwolves lightly or what the case was, but you can't let a team like that, can't take them lightly. We got to be go for the head, bro. Just chop it off. Let's get it. Let's do it. But anyways, they had Zach Lowe and other analysis agreed the Lakers looked finesse, and if they were And if they don't bring some dog to the game too, this series might be shorter than we thought. So they got to come out, bro. They got to come out. The Lakers will aim to even the series in game 2, scheduled for Tuesday night at Crypto.com Arena. Adjustments in a defensive strategy and increased contributions from role players will be crucial for a bounce back performance. So yeah, so we got to get game 2, bro. We got to get game 2 coming in at home, because then we going to Minnesota Timberwolves house and stuff, you know. So we can't go there and you know, fall another 2 games down. You know what I mean? But anyways, now we're jumping into the diamond, bro. Over to the diamond now, and I'll say this: the Angels are sitting at 11-10. They've been hit hard. They've been hard to figure out. You know, some games they look scrappy, and others they look cooked by the fifth inning. But one guy who's turning heads, bro, even though he's kind of in a slump right now, and people are just saying, well, they should send him down to the minors. You know, that's Kyren Paris. You know, this kid's balling. He's batting .288 already. Has 5 home runs, and his OPS is over 1.000, which I think at one point it was the highest in the league. You know, for a rookie, that's elite territory, bro. He just became the first AL player with 5 home runs and 4 stolen bases in his first 10 games. MLB Network called him the most electric young shortstop nobody's talking about. And he's not alone. I'm surprised, bro. Joe Adell came up big in Sunday's game with the bases clearing double to beat the Giants 5-4. Man, I was watching the game, and then I saw they went up 1-0. I mean, obviously it was Easter Sunday. Those of you that were out celebrating Easter Sunday, you know, hope you guys had a good one. Hope you guys had a safe one. But yeah, I was just, you know, with the fam bam, and you know, I think it was the ninth inning, and they were down. I think it was 4-1, and I'm like, oh man, you know, it's a done deal. You know, I think it was 1 or 2 outs. I'm not sure what it was, but they had other opportunities, you know, earlier in the game. They had what was it, 1 no outs with the runner on second, and they failed to capitalize on those. But yeah, they gotta capitalize on some of those opportunities that they got, you know. But they came out clutch. You know, Joe Adell came out, cleared the bases with a double. They ended up winning 5-4. Zach Neto launched his first bomb of the season too. So as of April 21st, the LA Lakers hold a 11-10 record, placing them 3rd in the American League West Division, which they were 1st at one point. But hey, you know what? I'm not expecting a lot from them, just because, you know, they kind of, I don't want to say they're in a rebuilding stage, but they kind of are. They got a lot of young players, a lot of rookies, a lot of, you know, lineups being switched around and so forth. So it is what it is. You know, hopefully they get on track and they can make the playoffs at least or something, you know. But yeah, they trail the division leading Texas Rangers. They're 13-9, and the Seattle Mariners, which are 12-10. But yeah, team performance metrics, you know, they've run scored 88, runs allowed 97, run differential -9. Last 10 games they're 4-6. You know, and they're currently on a 1-game winning streak. But the team's negative run differential indicates challenges in both offensive consistency and pitching effectiveness. So the Angels' upcoming series against the Pittsburgh Pirates presents an opportunity to regain momentum and improve their standings in the division. So let's just hope they do it. Let's go, Angels, bro. We rooting for you. So now, let's get to it, bro. The War Room. Brock Purdy. And the NFL draft coming up Thursday. All right. Let's get into the juiciest storyline. The 49ers are sitting at number 11 overall heading into Thursday's draft, bro. Yeah, you heard that right. Top 15. Now, most mock drafts have the Niners going big, literally. Kevin Banks Jr., the tackle out of Texas, is a popular pick. 42 starts, massive frame. Could take over for Trent Williams down the line when he decides to hang him up. Man, that's going to be a big loss. They got Will Johnson, the elite corner out of Michigan. Could be the answer to losing Charvarius Ward in the Amador Delor's other side of the ball. Or Shamar Stewart, a raw but dangerous edge rusher to line up opposite side of Nick Bosa. Man, they got a lot to do. But here's the twist. Brock Purdy's contract talks are stalling. He wants 50 to 60 million a year. And the Niners aren't biting just yet. How many you think he's worth 50 to 60 million? I think the Niners already got an offer on the table. How much would you be willing to pay him? Last player in the draft last year? Or my bad. Last player in the draft when they drafted him. But he's been playing for under $1 million the last years that he's been with the Niners. So insiders like Ian Rappaport say talks are ongoing, but analysts like Grant Kahn are floating something wild. If a deal doesn't get done, Purdy could be traded. What do you think? Would you have already traded him? Would you trade him? But then how much compensation are you willing to get, or are you going to get for him? That's right. Teams like the Titans are reportedly interested. And Puka Nakua even said, if Purdy gets paid like that, the 49ers Super Bowl window could be slammed shut. So here's the big question going into Thursday's draft. Do the 49ers go all in on a rookie to protect Purdy? Or are they quietly preparing to replace him if his contract standoff blows up? I know they got Mac Jones there, but is Mac Jones enough? They were originally looking to draft Mac Jones back before they drafted Trey Lance, but they went with Trey Lance, which was a big bust. Either way, this draft is make or break, I think, for the for the Niners. So who do you guys think? Who would you, if you were the GM of the Niners, who would you pick up? Would you trade Brock Purdy? Let me know in the comments, guys. That's going to be a big deal. I know I'm going to be watching Thursday. See who we pick up at number 11. Or, hey, we may even move up. Can we either move up or down in the draft? What are your thoughts? What do you guys think? Like I said, if you were the GM, what would you do? I think for everybody from the outside looking in, everything's like, hey, I would trade Purdy. I would move up. I would move down. You know. But it's not that easy, bro. You know, when you're the owner of $1 million franchise, you know, you got to make all them decisions for the future of the franchise and where it needs to go. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up here. I know today's was a little bit short, but we'll probably be out here Thursday or even after the draft. We'll pull out another episode on Friday, probably. Once the draft is done, or at least the first round of the draft. We'll see if you guys were right. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and we'll match it up with what actually happens on Thursday. See who we're I don't know. I think we're gonna move. I think we might move up in the draft and get a nice edge rusher or something. I don't know. For me, I think defense wins championships, but you know, we got a lot of holes on the offensive line too. So we'll see where we go. We'll see what we do. But yeah, that's like I said, that's gonna do it for West Coast Triple Play update for the week. Lakers got a wake up call. The Angels have a young star in the making, and the 49ers are staring down one of the biggest decisions of the Kyle Shanahan era. If you like this breakdown, hit that subscribe, drop a comment on who the Niners should pick up at number 11, and don't miss the next weekly episode or update. Post-draft reactions, more playoff heat, and hopefully a few more wins across the coast. Catch you guys on the next one, baby. We out. Peace. Love you guys. Thanks for the support. Thanks for subscribing. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Catch you guys on the next one. Oh.